that because we have a service to do, we do this service following in the footsteps of the Guru Parampara. And for the pleasure of Lord Balaram today, Shri Krishna Balaram, Shri Radha Giri Govardhandhari, and all you assembled Vaishnavas. We hope that whatever we speak will be of some benefit, and you'll take home something from here, and our hearts get purified. So before we start, let's chant the Mangalacharan together if you can. And if you don't, just hear, and even the sound vibration which goes into your ears is going to be of immense benefit. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Tapadkamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagar Jatam Sagana Raghunatha Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padana Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhano Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sati Gaur Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So today is the very auspicious day of the appearance of Lord Balaram. We have heard the names Krishna Balaram. We heard the names Krishna Balaram many times, but then we should also understand who is Krishna and who is Balaram. We understand that Krishna is a person. How many of you understand that? Not many hands are rising. Okay. Are we at the right place? How many of you really understand Krishna is a person? Raise your hands. Yes. Krishna is a person. Prabhupada coined this term, Supreme Personality of Godhead. Supreme Personality of Godhead. Now, you can see Shri Krishna Balaram and Shri Radha Giri Govardhandhari here. And for some newcomers, there's a quiz. And the person who gets the answer, today is the Gulab Jamun eating competition, so they'll get one more Gulab Jamun. So you see Krishna and Balaram, their position, and you see Radha Giri Govardhandhari, their position. And then I will ask you a question, sometimes in the middle, sometimes at the end, I don't know, whenever I remember. So, Krishna, he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then today is the appearance day of Lord Balaram. And we are going to glorify Lord Balaram. But again, glorification of Lord Balaram, this morning Bhavamai Mataji very extensively covered a lot of the topics, a lot of the leelas, a lot of the qualities of Sri Balaramji. So obviously there will be some repetition. I was actually hoping in the morning, she leaves something for me. Something she leaves for me. But then anyway, as she said that, you hear in the morning, you hear in the evening, and it gets more and more beautiful, more and more sweeter. We know that in the material knowledge, when we learn something material, it's a linear progression. You just learn and learn and learn, and your information, your knowledge goes up and up and up. But in spiritual knowledge, it is a circle. We just keep on learning the same things. Keep on learning the same things. His Holiness Prahadananda Maharaj, he would have studied Bhagavad Gita about 150 times, more than that by now. Last time when he was here, it was 147 times or something. So he, there are devotees who's, Yogeshwar Prabhu in America, he teaches Bhagavad Gita in university for last 47, 48, 50 years probably now. And then he still says that I do not know anything about Bhagavad Gita. Just imagine that. Because spiritual knowledge is in circle, it just goes round and round and round, and it gets denser and denser and denser. The realizations become deeper and deeper and deeper. So of course we have got very new people here today, and some of you have been in the movement for a long time. So we have to speak something which appeals to everyone. So very quickly we'll just recite Jai Radha Madhav together, of course in call and response. For those who do not know the words, just follow me. It's very simple wordings. If you just follow the wordings, then you will be easily be able to follow. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Raj Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Raj Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vana Chari Yamuna Tira Vana Chari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Can I request everyone to move forward because a lot more devotees are coming, and we can have enough space for everyone if you just squeeze in a little bit, please. Thank you. So can we have the first slide too? This one. There's one more. Okay, this one. No. The old one or the new one? Okay. Doesn't matter. There's one more verse before that. It's okay, don't worry.
Go forward.
One maybe, see how? No.
No.
Okay, I think you should miss it. It's okay, don't worry. Okay, so I will read this verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita. Now, why we have to know what we are knowing today? It's very essential that we understand the science behind what we actually do and who we glorify. So Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, Chaitanya Charitamrita is like what we call our manual of devotion, and it is the main book of Gaudiya Vaishnavas whose line we come into. It says, Siddhanta Bolye Aite na kare alasa Can you repeat? Siddhanta boliye ete nakara alasa. It's coming? No? Technology mata ki jai. Siddhanta boliye ete nakara alasa. So meaning of Siddhanta is science, and it says nakara alasa. You have to understand the science behind what we are hearing, what we are doing, what we are thinking, what we are, life we are living. So Siddhanta boliye ete nakara alasa. So if we do not become lazy in understanding the science of Godhead, what happens? Iha haite Krishna lage sudrida manasa. Iha haite Krishna lage sudrida manasa. So when we understand the science behind what we are hearing, what we are doing about Krishna consciousness, then what happens? Sudrida manasa. That means our mana becomes very much determined to do what we are doing. So a sincere student should not neglect the discussion of such conclusions. Why? For such discussions strengthen the mind. Thus one's mind becomes attached to Shri Krishna. So this is what we are here for, to understand who Lord Balaram is. Okay. So one time we were in Vrindavan, and this is a story. Of course, we know this is, Hare Krishna movement. Can I use the word it's called? Yeah, I can. Sure. The International Society for Krishna Consciousness is all over the world. And there were devotees in Vrindavan and Kartik from Iran. Now please hear very carefully. Iran, so there were, devotees there. Now from the birth they've been told that God doesn't have any form. Yes, Muslims, they have just a name. So God doesn't have any form. So these devotees have been practicing for quite some time, and they came to one devotee and he said, we can understand everything. All what you say is correct, the science is correct, everything is correct. But we cannot understand this deity worship. We cannot understand that. So Bhurijan Prabhu was there, His Grace Bhurijan Prabhu, he said, I tried to explain them for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, everything, whatever. And Bhurijan Prabhu is a scholar, and he knows how to, relate this science to one and all. After 15, 20 minutes, they said, what you say is correct, everything, but our heart doesn't accept it. What do you do? Then Bhurijan Prabhu said, there is Krishna Balaram deities there in Vrindavan. Go to Balaramji, speak your heart, and then see what happens. And there's those devotees, after about 10 minutes, they came back to Bhurijan Prabhu. He says, now we understand everything perfectly. And this is the power of Lord Balaram. And yes, whatever issues we have, whatever situations we have, whatever obstacles we have, when we go and pray in front of Lord Balaram, He will sort it out immediately. Now, who is Balaram? So let's get back to our verses. Okay, yes. So before that, Prabhu. So as Bhavmai Mataji again mentioned in the morning, that Krishna is the original person, original personality of Godhead, and Balaram is his expansion. Yeah, Balaram is his expansion. And who is Radharani? Anyone? Who is Srimati Radharani related to Krishna? If Balaram is an expansion, this is a fill in the blank. If Balaram is an expansion of Krishna, Srimati Radharani is dash of Krishna. Energy of Krishna, Shakti of Krishna. So now the quiz comes. You see where Krishna Balaram is there, and Srimati Radha and Krishna are there, right? So one is an expansion, one is an energy. So Krishna expands into Lord Balaram first. So let's go to the next slide, Prabhu. So can someone recite the first verse loudly? Who's got the loudest voice without microphone? Anvesha. Okay? First one. Sarva avatari Krishna Swayam Bhagavan. Tanhara Vidya Deha Shri Balaram. Sarva avatari Krishna Swayam Bhagavan. Adhara Dvitiya Deha Shri Balaram. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, is the fountainhead of all incarnations. Lord Balaram is his second body. So it's very intriguing. Very intriguing. Because on one hand, Krishna and Balaram are the same. But they come in two bodies. And many times you see some people who got very good relationships, especially lovers. They say, yes, two bodies but one soul. So Krishna and Balaram are like two bodies and one soul. Ekai swarupa donne bhinna matra kaya. Ekai swarupa donne bhinna matra kaya. Adya kaya vidyuha Krishna leela rasahaya. These two are one and the same identity. They differ only in form. Lord Balaram is the first bodily expansion of Krishna, and he assists in Lord Krishna's transcendental pastimes. So Krishna, being the Supreme Person, he expands himself just to enjoy the pastime, and Balaramji is supporting him in everything what he does. Yeah, all the leelas. And that's why, the previous one, next slide, the previous one next. Yeah. So you can see here, Krishna is what we call, they're both gods, Krishna and Balaram, they're both gods. So, any newcomers, hands up if you're not understanding. Because people who have been in the movement, they'll understand this easy. But any newcomers, am I able to, give the message across? Yes, no? No answer? Yes, okay. So Krishna and Balaram, they're both gods. Yes? But one is a Sevya Bhagwan, one is the original personality of Godhead, and the other one is a Sevaka Bhagwan, the servitor personality of Godhead. The other one is servant. So Balaramji is the servitor personality of Godhead, and Krishna is the original personality of Godhead. Sevya Bhagwan and Sevaka Bhagwan. It's very interesting, as we heard again in the morning, that Balaram expands himself into the bed of Krishna, the slippers of Krishna, his umbrella, and actually Balaram also expands into the holy dham of Krishna. So, this is what the Lord Balaram's service is. So, even though Balaramji is the elder brother of Krishna, he is in a senior position, but then what does he do? He serves Krishna. His only pleasure is to serve Krishna. And when we follow Lord Balaram, when we glorify Lord Balaram, go through his qualities, meditate on his qualities, meditate on his form, we'll go through one very nice verse where Krishna and Balaram, they're both entering the forest. And they've come after some time, and the gopis are watching Krishna and Balaram enter the forest, and they're peeking through the leaves and the bushes and the trees, and they're seeing the beautiful forms of Krishna and Balaram, and we'll see how beautiful they look. So Krishna and Balaram, as we can see, that there's no difference. Krishna has 6 opulences unlimited, and then Balaram has how many opulences?
6.
6, of course. Common sense. I was thinking, it's not a trick question. And then Krishna has how many qualities? 64. Unlimited, of course, but 64. And then Balaram has 64 qualities. Yes. Krishna has, his own gopis. Balaramji has his own gopis. But the difference is that Krishna is Sevya Bhagwan and Balaramji is Sevaka Bhagwan. Now we understand that if we want to approach Krishna, we have to go through Balaramji. And in this modern day and times, Krishna and Balaram appear as Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, Gaura Nitai. So we have the picture of our Brisbane beautiful Shishi Gaura Nitai deities here. Yeah? Bhakti Vigyan Goswami, very, very nice mood he has got. So he says that, just meditate on this, what I'm going to say. He said, at the end of the life, when I go back to Gauranga Mahaprabhu, even though Gauranga Mahaprabhu is Audarya Swarupa, he is the complete manifestation of mercy. He is the embodiment of complete mercy. He's so much mercy, but even then, because of my lowly nature, I will not be able to face Him at the end of my life because I have not done anything significant in my life to contribute to Prabhupada's mission. Of course, that's His humility. Bhaktivedanta Goswami is an amazing devotee, he's an amazing personality. If you hear his seminars, his classes, you'll be just completely floored. So he says, if I go to Gauranga Mahaprabhu, I will not be able to show my face. Please come forward. There are people waiting outside. As much as you can, please. Sorry, I'm going to disturb you like this so that you keep awake. But he says the solace for us is, the comfort for us is that when we go in front of Nityananda Prabhu, who is none other than Lord Balaram, Shri Shri Radha Giri Gundari, Shri Krishna Balaram ki jai. So he says, when I go in front of Nityananda, at least I'll have some hope. So Lord Balaram is saying, Krishna very difficult to approach, but Lord Balaram easy to approach because he is very, very merciful. We'll see how his mercy is there. Anyway, I'm confused. Go ahead, next one. Okay. So Lord Balaram serves Krishna in 5 rasas. Again, Bhavamai Mataji covered this topic very nicely in the beginning. So how many of you studying seriously Bhakti Vriksha Bhagavad Gita? Raise your hands, come on. None of you? Okay, so you're all due for Bhakti Vriksha courses. Are you doing it? Raise your hand, please. Yes. So what are the 5 rasas in the beginning? Prabhupada explains. They're here. Shanta, neutrality, dasya in servitude, sakhya in friendship, vatsalya in parental affection, and madhurya is the conjugal love. So Balaramji of course serves Krishna in all these 5 mellows, all these 5 rasas. How does he do that? So who remembers Shantaras? How does Balaram serve Krishna in Shantaras? By being the peripheral like? Mridanga, okay, wonderful. What else? Slippers. Yes, his couch, his bed, the holy dham, chhatri, umbrella, everything. So this way he serves Krishna in the mood of neutrality, in the Shantarasa. Yeah. And actually, if you see, all our relations are covered by these 5 topics. Any of our relations also you take. We might have very good friends, we might have good parents, we might be parents of someone else, we might be, unfortunately, serving our employers, whatever. Then we have to do that. So there is these rasas existing also in our normal material life. But imagine having a relationship like this with Krishna. So Krishna then serves in Dasya Ras. How? When they go to play in the forest, when they're herding cows, when Krishna gets tired, then Balaramji massages his feet. Of course, Krishna also massages Balaram's feet sometimes. So it's exchange of nice relationship. When Krishna is tired, Balaram also carries him. Then of course, they do the naughty thing of stealing butter. Then, Balaram says, okay, I'll stand here. You jump on my shoulders and then you can steal the butter. So that way Balaramji is serving in the Dasya Ras also. And then, please come forward again, wake up, sleeping souls. Then he serves in Sakhya Ras. Of course, Sakhya Ras means in the mood of friendship. Krishna and Balaram, they go out, to serve to herd the cows, in the jungle, playing with the cowherd boys, and that way Balaramji also serves in the mood of Sakhya Ras. Sakhya Ras, yes. Then the Vatsalya Ras. What does Vatsalya Ras mean? Parent affection. What do parents do for the children? Look after them, protect them. Yes? You do that? No. Someone says, the kids are saying no, the mother is saying yes. This is what happens to Krishna also sometimes. Krishna says, people are praying for me, praying to me, what do I do? He says, on one hand, the thief is praying, oh Krishna, can I have some good loot today? And the person is going to loot the house. He says, Krishna, can you please protect my wealth? So Krishna says, I don't know what to do. So your children are saying, my parents are not taking care of us. Parents are saying, no, we're taking care. You're not lying, right? Okay. So Vatsalya Ras means protection. So Balaramji also protects. For example, when Krishna eats dirt, Balaram comes and tells Mother Yashoda that Krishna has eaten dirt, make sure that he doesn't fall sick. When Krishna goes to Yamuna on, I think that was Balaram Jayanti also, when Kaliya was there, and then the Kaliya Daman Leela happens, then Balaramji tells other Gopas, please take care of my little Krishna, because he's always playing with danger, and make sure he's protected. So Balaram always serves Krishna as an elder brother in the mood of parental affection, like that. And then at the end he serves in the Madhurya Rasa. Anyone who can say how does he serve in Madhurya Rasa? One gulab jamun for them. Yes. So Balaramji is none other than Ananga Manjari. Ananga Manjari is one of the Manjaris. So how, there are gopis in Vrindavan. How many of you heard of gopis? Yes? All of you? Then there are Sakhis, then there are Manjaris. Manjaris are little girls who help Sakhis and gopis in their services. So Balaramji also takes the form of Ananga Manjari, who is the younger sister of Srimati Radharani. And he makes sure, it's very interesting. It's very interesting how I need to find that out. How does that happen? Because on one hand, Balaramji is not supposed to be a part of the intimate pastimes of Srimati Radharani and Krishna. But on the other hand, Ananga Manjari is always helping Srimati Radharani. So of course the form is different. So I guess I'm just speculating here. I have not read anywhere. But because he so much intensely wants to serve Srimati Radharani in the conjugal loving affection, he takes the form of Ananga Manjari, and then in a bona fide manner, he can still serve Srimati Radharani and Krishna. So, Mother, do you think I'm correct? Is there any other explanation you've heard?
Well, in the form of Balaram, he sees Krishna's older brother.
Yes. So
Krishna can't perform his pastime.
yes. Buy a ticket, yes. Yes.
In front of his older brother.
Yes.
That wouldn't be appropriate.
Yes.
So Balaram
Comes as Ananga Manjari so that he can, yes, thank you. So that's what in 5 rasas Balaramji serves Lord Krishna. So for us also the same thing, we can serve Balaramji, we can follow in the service mood, not in any of the rasas, please. Don't think that I can serve Krishna in any of these rasas. We just have to serve our seniors, our Guru, Srila Prabhupada's mission, so that we can serve Krishna Balaram, Shishi, Radha Giri Govardhandari. One time devotees were asking Prabhupada, because what used to happen is a lot of the devotees were used to go out on Sankirtan, to go out and distribute books. And then when they come back, they would speak about, Prabhupada spoke about this, this Leela and that Leela, and some intimate pastimes. And so the devotees who were out on the streets, they were thinking, we are missing out on something very esoteric, something very wonderful. And then they went to Prabhupada and said, Prabhupada, how can we not miss out on something, what you're discussing? Prabhupada said, by your distributing books about Krishna, you are actually taking part in the pastimes of Srimati Radharani and Krishna. So just when we go out and distribute books, one book you distribute, Harinam you do, we are actually taking part in the intimate pastimes of Shri Radha and Krishna. So of course then, next one here. Okay, this is a very nice verse in Srimad Bhagavatam describing the beauty of Lord Balaram, dressed in a charming variety of garments, upon which their garlands rest. So you can meditate on this. Krishna and Balaram, they are in the beautiful garments. What color garment does Balaram wear? Why? Yes. And what color garment does Krishna wear? Yes, why? 2 gulab jamuns here. So please take a note. So yes, Balaramji and Krishna, they are dressed in variety of charming garments, and then upon which their garlands rest, and decorating themselves with peacock feathers. So both Krishna and Balaram have peacock feathers. You know the story of Keshi demon, right? So what happened one day? Balaram said, Krishna, can I borrow your flute and your peacock feather today? So Krishna says, confused. Anyway, yes, you're my elder brother, I'll give it to you. So Krishna gives his peacock feather and his flute to Balaramji. And then Balaramji is in the village, going around. And then on that day, Kansa had sent who? Keshi demon. And then Keshi knew that the person who's wearing a peacock feather and has a flute is Krishna. So he comes to kill Krishna, but he sees Balaram, and then gives a big kick to Balaram. And then Balaram, he's flung away many yards away. And Balaram is in so much pain. Comes back to Krishna and says, I will never borrow your flute and peacock feather from now. You just take it from here. And then of course we know Keshi demon, he realizes that he's made a mistake, comes to Krishna, and then Krishna kills him like that. So that is, of course here we see that Krishna and Balaram, they both have their own peacock feathers. Lotuses, lilies, newly grown mango sprouts, and clusters of flower buds. So you can see here, this is the very idyllic village life. That they are just wearing everything natural. The clothes are natural, the ornaments are natural, the tilak markings are natural, everything is very natural. Krishna and Balaram shine forth magnificently among the assembly of cowherd boys. They look just like the best of dancers appearing on a dramatic stage, and sometimes they sing. So we can meditate on these beautiful forms, and as I said, Rasa, thank you. Because I've been telling you, I know what to do. Sorry, we are actually thinking of expanding this. We are thinking of either renovating this hall or expanding. So we're working on the options. And this is all thanks to you, your presence. It also inspires us to make the facilities better and better and better, so that we all at one point of time, be very happy in Krishna consciousness like we are now. So thank you very much again. So Krishna and Balaram, this way they're dancing, and this is the verse sung by who? I said in the beginning. Who is describing these forms? Yes, the gopis are describing Krishna and Balaram form, because they're seeing Krishna and Balaram after some time, and through the leaves, through the branches, through the bushes, they're seeing Krishna and Balaram like this. So this way we can see Balaram is very, very beautiful, very, very handsome. And when we meditate on these, the form of Balaram, the qualities of Balaram, Prabhupada says that without Krishna and Balaram, specifically Balaram he speaks about, there is no question of bhakti. There is no question of bhakti at all. We hear that, to get mercy of Krishna, who do we have to please? Sorry? Okay, someone else? Srimati Radharani. To get mercy of Srimati Radharani, who do we have to please? Who do we have to get the mercy of Srimati Radharani, who do we have to please?
Krishna.
Okay, in what form? Mahaprabhu. To get the mercy of Mahaprabhu, who do you have to please? Nityananda. So ultimately Balaram comes as Nityananda. That to please Krishna, we have to please Nityananda, Balaram. Yes? And to please Nityananda, to please Balaram, what do we have to do?
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Okay. Something else?
Please, Prabhupada.
Go out and distribute books and distribute the Harinam, distribute Prasadam. So when we do these things, Balaram, Nityananda Prabhu gets very, very pleased. And then they give our hands to Gauranga Mahaprabhu, and then ultimately we go to Krishna. So this way we can please Krishna Balaram. Next, Prabhu slide. Okay, before that I want to say something. Do we have time? I'm supposed to finish in... Okay, we have time. So a couple of pastimes, Bhavamai Mataji covered a lot of pastimes this morning. There's one pastime where when we speak of Lord Balaram, when we speak of Krishna, when we speak of Prabhupada, anything, when we meditate on these leelas actually, the other day in one of the classes when we were speaking about one of the leelas of Krishna and Srimati Radharani, and then one person asked, so what is the message from here? Because every time there's something happening, they want a message, right? And sometimes you just have to relish the pastimes. Don't worry about the message. Just hear the pastimes, meditate upon that, and clean your heart just by hearing these pastimes. So one wonderful pastime is there. Of course, many pastimes. Krishna, Balaramji, when he's on his pilgrimage, then he comes to is Kurukshetra or Naimisharanya where Rom Harshan is speaking? Rom Harshan is speaking in Naimisharanya, right? Not Kurukshetra. So Naimisharanya is speaking and Rom Harshan is giving the Bhagavatam discourse, and all the sages are assembled, and then Lord Balaram enters, and Rom Harshan, he feels a little bit proud. Thank you, Prabhu. He feels a little bit proud, and he doesn't get up and offer respect to Lord Balaram. Now you might think, okay, what's the big deal? And then what does Lord Balaram do then? He kills him with a kusha grass, just a blade of grass, he kills him. Now you think, okay, Lord is here, no one, he's not got up. But Balaramji wanted to show that if you are in a higher position, you have to be very, very careful of offering respect to the Lord. And also you have to show the quality of humility. Because humility and respect are the two beginning steps of bhakti. So Balaramji killed Rom Harshan. Now the story doesn't end there. Okay, that's fine. One thing, he's teaching a lesson. But after that, what happens? The sages are saying, Balaramji, what have you done? We offered Rom Harshan a boon that he'll live for a long time, his memory will be so much and he can recite all the scriptures and all that. Balaramji said, okay, so what do I do? And then Balaramji takes the humble position. He says, yes, I have committed an offense. Please let me know. What am I supposed to do? And then the sages, give him, what he's supposed to do, the method of atonement. Balaramji does that. But at the same time, then he gives the power to his son Rom Harshan, Suta. And then he says that yes, if the son has got the ability, the power, what you have granted, he's telling the sages, what you have granted to the father is the same thing. So I have not broken your promise, because the sages had given the promise to Rom Harshan. And because the son Rom Harshan Suta, Suta means the son, Rom Harshan Suta, he got the same qualities endowed by Lord Balaram. He said, okay, your benefits, your benedictions also still stand. So this was Lord Balaram. On one hand, yes, he's showing how to be humble and respectful. But at the same time, he's saying, yes, even though I'm the Lord, I still have to follow the Vedic injunctions. So he goes for the atonement. Second pastime is when, of course, the Lord is coming back, and from the grapevine, the Brahmanas are telling him that yes, there is a war going on at Kurukshetra. So war is between Kauravas and the Pandavas. And Balaramji is thinking, yes, nice. The burden of the earth is getting reduced. So he's quite pleased. In a way he's not pleased, but in a way he's pleased also. And then when he meets Yudhishthira Maharaj, he meets Krishna, he meets Arjun, he meets Nakul and Sahadeva. What do they all do to Balaramji? They all pay their respects, they all pay their obeisances. But interestingly, they do not speak one word. Why? Because they are thinking, what is Balaram going to tell us? Because if they ask a question, if Balaram says something, that means the war has to be stopped or something has to be done. Now, who is fighting at that point of time? Bhima and Duryodhan. And who is Balaram related to Duryodhan? Balaram is the Guru also of Duryodhan. Just imagine this. So Balaram is so merciful that he is the Guru of Duryodhan. We have one devotee, I think in London, his name is Duryodhan Guru Das. But most people forget the second word, which is not very nice. But anyway, like how we shorten the name. So his name is actually Duryodhan Guru Das. It's Balaram. But then, like that. So Duryodhan's Guru is Balaram. And Lord Balaram, then he goes to the arena where the fight is going on between Bhima and Duryodhan. And then he appeals to both of them. He says, what are you doing? One of you have got mastery in the technique, and the other one has got so much strength. You will not be able to beat anyone at all. The fight will go on forever. So I request you to please stop the fight. Do you think they've stopped the fight? No. Even though the Lord is speaking here, now just see. When the Lord is speaking, Bhima and Duryodhan, there was so much enmity towards each other. So please, if you have a little bit of enmity for someone else, go and sort it out immediately. Because if the enmity grows, then even if Lord comes and tells you, you will not listen. So Bhima and Duryodhan, even though Lord Balaram told them, they did not listen. And they continued to fight. Of course, then we know, the rest is the history. From Lord Balaram, of course, we know that we need strength. Bala means strength, and Rama means to give pleasure. So someone who gives us spiritual strength and spiritual pleasure. Now we understand when we follow a very unique spiritual lifestyle. Yes? How many of you think that the Hare Krishnas are very different from others? Only a few of us. When we follow a very different lifestyle, actually just think about it, we need some strength. Yeah? So when the world is throwing at you all the products and services you want to buy and you want to hold off to that, do you need strength for that? Yes. And any word you speak, next time you open the Facebook page, it will be there on the screen. Have you noticed that? So this is the world we're living in. So to hold off any of these advances from the material world, you need strength. Yeah? Now, we have got our material goals. But if we want to aspire and achieve spiritual goals, we need strength. So on one hand, we want to stop the advance of material life, we want to aspire for our spiritual goals, we need the strength. Yes? We've always worked on the basis that I'm this body of flesh and blood. Yes, but if we want to act for the benefit of soul, when everything else is against us, we need strength here. So this way, when apparently the seeming pleasures of the world are so attractive, when we want to achieve that spiritual goal, we need immense strength. We need immense spiritual strength. And who do we go to? Lord Balaram. So Lord Balaram is very, very merciful, and he gives us the strength to hold off all these advances of material life, to make sure that we aspire and achieve these goals, and make sure that we aim towards achieving whatever is desirable for the spirit soul. And Prabhupada says that. Yes. And that's why Prabhupada established the temple of Krishna Balaram in Vrindavan. As Bhavamai Mataji in the morning mentioned, that you have Krishna Balaram, of course, Raman Reti, the area is called Raman Reti, where Krishna Balaram played there, as children. So Krishna Balaram Mandir is there, and next to Krishna Balaram, of course, we have Gauranitai. Narottam Das Thakur sings. He says, Brajendra Nandana Jai, Sachi Suta Hoilo Ei, Balaram Hoilo Nitai. The Brajendra Nandana Krishna, he becomes Sachi Suta Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And then Balaram Hoilo Nitai. So this way, Krishna Balaram, Gauranga Nitai, they are the same. And that's why Prabhupada established the temple of Krishna Balaram. Shishi Gauranga Nitai and Shishi Radha Krishna. So that, yes, we understand that we get the strength from Balaramji. We get the mercy from Balaram and Gauranga Mahaprabhu. And then for us, the door to approach Shri Radha Shyam Sundar becomes very easy, very open. I'll just read something. In the 1970s, before the construction of Krishna Balaram Mandir, Srila Prabhupada wrote in one of his purports to Chaitanya Charitamrita, at present there are about 5,000 temples in Vrindavan. And still our society, the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, is constructing a huge, magnificent temple for the worship of Lord Krishna and the Lord Balaram, along with Radha Krishna and Nitai Gaur Chandra. Since there is no prominent Krishna Balaram temple in Vrindavan, we are attempting to construct one so that people will be attracted to Krishna Balaram or Nitai Gaur Chandra. And then he says, to propagate this fundamental principle, we are establishing a Krishna Balaram temple to broadcast to the world that worship of Gaur Nitai is the same as worship of Krishna Balaram. So when we worship Krishna Balaram, when we worship Gaur Nitai, then we can approach Srimati Radharani and Sri Krishna very easily. Okay, so Bhamai Mataji also covered this wonderful pastime. So once in Kumbh Mela, Madhu Dvisa Prabhu, I think it was Prabhu at that time, or it was Maharaj, I don't know. Madhu Dvisa Prabhu, they were having a discussion with some devotees, and he said, there's only one difference between Krishna and Balaram. So what is the difference? The color of their skin, the complexion. Krishna is bluish black, the Shama Varna, the fresh rain cloud, is the color of fresh rain cloud. If you see the deities of Shri Radha Gopinath in Chowpatty, Krishna there is very light blue, very beautiful blue. That's someone who's very closest to the fresh rain cloud. So Madhu Dvisa Prabhu said there's only one difference between Krishna and Balaram, and that is the complexion. Krishna is Shama Varna, where Balaramji is Dhavala. Dhavala means Shweta, white, fair complexioned. And then Yamuna Mataji says, yeah, but there's also one more difference. No, there's no other difference. No, there's one more difference. Says Krishna can he's the only person who can enjoy with Srimati Radharani. Balaramji cannot do that. So that's the other difference. So they what do I do? Let's go to Prabhupada. And then they went to Srila Prabhupada. And then Tamarsh Maharaj said, Prabhupada, Madhu Dvisa Prabhu is saying that there's only one difference between Krishna and Balaram. That Krishna is bluish black and Balaram is white. So Prabhupada said, yes, that is right. I said, no, Yamuna Mataji says that there's now one more difference, that only Krishna enjoys with Srimati Radharani. Balaram does not do that, cannot do that. That is also right. So Madhu Dvisa Prabhu is saying, but Prabhupada, if both of them are saying different things, how can they both be right? He says, you are also right. So he says, no, Prabhupada, but please tell us, who is right. That you decide. So that way we can see that in a spiritual life, there's no black and white. Of course, the only black and white is that Krishna is God, His expansions, His energies, and we are little servants. We are minute spirit souls. We are servants. We should try to serve as much as we can. So that's everything in black and white, yes. But besides that, there's a lot of wonderful spectrum of colors where we can actually see that spiritual life is, Prabhupada uses the word variegatedness. Variegatedness, a lot of variety is there in spiritual. Look at the decoration done today here. I always tell, after the festival is finished, I always message the decoration team, and specifically the person who has led the thing. I say that when someone sees such beautiful decoration, the heart melts immediately. You don't have to worry about anything else. The heart melts, and then immediately whatever else happens here, you can absorb it very nicely. Would you agree with me? Yes, decoration makes such a big difference. And then today we all will be satisfied with decoration and kirtan and skip prasadam. No, prasadam is very important also, yes. So before I end here, I just want to share something with you. Oh, can I just read it for you, please? Please, you're very careful. In every successful event and every smooth running program, there are many unseen hands, yes, and selfless hearts making it all possible. It is these quiet behind the scenes services that hold everything together, often unnoticed, but always essential. Yes, would you agree? Yes. Some nice programs we do and so many people. Today, with a deep appreciation, we would like to acknowledge Ritika Mataji, a true example of humble and steady devotion. Is Ritika here? Ritika? Yes, please, yeah. So today with deep appreciation, and we would like to acknowledge Ritika Mataji, a true example of humble and steady devotion. Ritika is always ready to serve whenever needed. Whether it's working patiently with the children, helping manage the temple room, or assisting in the kitchen. It's okay. Assisting in the kitchen. Can you hear me, everyone? During busy festival preparations. She is a regular and joyful presence at our Saturday and Sunday programs, and also supports the Sandapani school with great care. We are truly grateful. This is Ritika. Please give her a big Hare bol. We are truly grateful for her sincerity, dedication, and willingness to help in every way, big or small. Thank you, Ritika, for your loving service. You inspire us all. Now, this I could have not done justice if I would have spoken on my own. And the other devotee I want to also express my wonderful gratitude to is Gaurav Prema Prabhu, whose birthday was last Tuesday. Many of you, you would have seen him. He's a big guy, of course. You have definitely seen him. But he's the one who always serves behind the scenes. He makes sure week after week after week we get prasadam. If he's not there, we will not get prasadam. I can tell you that. He keeps so many cooking teams and so many cleaning teams wonderfully organized. So big give Gaurav Prem Prabhu also big Hare Bol. So I will hand the mic to who's doing the announcement of Janmashtami? Amarendra, okay, yes. So Janmashtami announcements are there, and Bhadra Purnima also is coming. So please, if you have Bhagavatam set, you can give a gift to someone else. Bhagavatam is our life. Whatever I have spoken also is from Srimad Bhagavatam. So it'd be nice if you can get a copy, set, and gift it to others. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Lord Balaram ki, Shri Balaram Purnima ki, Balaram's appearance day ki. So also we are going to have a Gulab Jamun eating festival, honoring festival, and so we have some registrations, and the registration fee is $371. Just kidding. It's free, of course. So you can register yourself, and so all those who are not registering for the competition, you cannot have Gulab Jamun on a plate, because we are saving all of them for the competitors. Again, I'm just kidding.
That's true.
It's true.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Hare Krishna. Sorry, I can't hear you. A bit louder. Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you, everyone, because we need this enthusiasm, because the two big festivals are coming. So everyone knows what's the date for Janmashtami?
17.
Huh?
16.
Sorry, one more time, louder.
16.
And that is on?
2020.
Yeah. So please remember that 16th of August, Saturday, Janmashtami festival. And along with that, we have another festival, 17th, which is also Prabhupada appearance day, one of the most important festivals. So on Janmashtami, we are celebrating on 16th, but we need some help on Friday. Like, you can all, I know it's a working day, so if anyone can come and help us after mid-afternoon, like in the afternoon, whenever you get. Is there anyone can come and help us? Yeah? Thank you. So yes, please come and see us. Jamadagni Prabhu, Rasamandala Prabhu, myself, or anyone. That would be grateful. And also, we need some help for decoration also. and that also will be on Wednesdays. So not on the daytime, but like in the mid-afternoon or something. So please see Angana Mataji and Yamuna Sundari Mataji. So please raise your hand. Is Yamuna is there? She outside? Okay. So yes, we need definitely a lot of volunteers and help for this big festivals coming, and also for Prabhupada Appearance Day. And he's okay. I'll pass it down to Jamadagni Prabhu for another announcement.
Hare Krishna. Approved. So we got a wonderful tent set up outside. So this is the biggest tent we have got here for the festival. Shri Shirala Giri Govardhan Hare Ke. Shri Krishna Balaram Ke. So just to give you a brief, so we're going to have a lot of nice, wonderful activities on the Janmashtami festival. So we're going to have Gita cards. We are also setting up 108 steps for guests to do chanting. All of us can participate in that. You also get a free chanting bead if you do that. We are also having nice food stalls at the back. There will be a wonderful stage program, and a lot of the devotees are working on very wonderful performances. An important note, we anticipate there are going to be parking challenges on that day. So what we are organizing is there's a lot of street parking at Mount Kapalaba Road. So if you go out from Burbank towards the city, there's the first red light, you turn right. There's Mount Kapalaba Road, and there's a lot of street parking there. We're organizing a shuttle service for the first time. So devotees who are coming a bit late and they're struggling to find parking, we highly recommend park there, and hopefully we'll get our shuttle service to get you close to a bus stop here, and it's a very small, short walking distance to the temple from there. It's just across the road. So highly recommend parking there if you're not able to find parking, if you're not here coming early. There are still some sponsorship opportunities, so you can reach out to Gauraprem Prabhu if you would like. Also, and Gauraprem Prabhu is standing at the back with his hands raised. Thank you, Gauraprem Prabhu. And also, if you want to volunteer on the day or before the festival for helping us set up, please again reach out to either Rasa, myself, or Gauraprem, and we will try to engage you in whatever service we can. Thank you so much. See you all at the Janmashtami festival next week. Hare Krishna. Another small announcement. So a Mazda 3 car, number 588XLT. Mazda 3 588XLT. This car is blocking the neighbor's driveway and is causing a lot of inconvenience. If you can move it, that will be great. Hare Krishna. So we all stand up for the Aarti now. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So please stay for the Jhula.